Welcome back to my channel, and this will be the last video that I do in this country. If you have joined me on my journey with cross stitch, you'll know that I'm in the process of moving to America. I'm setting up a boarding facility out there for horses, an equine facility in Georgia. So I am super stoked about that. This month has been a bit of a whirlwind, to be fair, to try and get everything sorted out. Packing went really well, and then my two boys got really upset. I've got two cats, and they just stopped eating. I think it was all a bit too much for them, too stressful. So I ended up kind of sort of putting a pin in packing and left everything as it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to a cattery, the cattery that they know. They've been there plenty of times. Just so I can finish off the rest of the packing so that they don't know anything about it. They are coming out with me. They're going to come out after I've got to the US. So after I've landed, they'll come out. The same as my horse. She'll be flown out once I'm there. I'm just terrified that something will happen. I don't know, borders close, or I test positive for coronavirus, or something happens and I can't fly. And then my horse and my cats are flown out and then I'm not there. So I'm making sure that I'm states bound first before I accept any of the rest of my family, basically. But yeah, so there was one particular week a couple of weeks ago where Socks stopped eating and Rascal stopped eating, and then Socks was fine with food. He started picking it up, and then Rascal just, I could not get him to eat for love nor money, and I thought I was going down that road of, oh, he's all stocked up again. So I took him to the vet. I was really stressed out. I had a bit of a, not a breakdown, but I think a bit of a reality check of the enormity of everything that's been going on. You know, people say, oh, are you nervous? Are you nervous? I'm like, no, you know, it's been going on for so long. I'm not actually that bothered about it. You know, there's loads to do, but I'm fine. And then once he really stopped eating, and it didn't matter what I fed him, he just wasn't interested. I think I made myself really ill. So I wasn't sleeping, I was stressing out, I was being sick so much. Just I think constant stress of stressing like him. And I think he was kind of, it's a bit of a circle. So he was picking up from me that I was stressed. I was picking up from him that he was stressed, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. But we got through it, and I made sure that I unpacked my suitcase in front of him, because what I'd done is I'd packed my suitcase, and I think he just went into panic mode, because suitcase always means cattery, which is fine. I mean, the cattery that they go to is amazing, but you know, cats don't like change, do they? So I unpacked it in front of him, and I put it in the spare room, and then I repacked it in the spare room so he couldn't see. And he's been fine ever since. So we're going to put everything on hold, packing wise, until they're safely away from here. But it's just meant that, you know, stitching this month has been a bit up and down. I've had sort of things to meet. So I've tried to meet my deadlines with regards to, I know what I'm trying to say. I've had such a crazy day today. I'm knackered. So I've set goals. That's what I'm trying to say. So some of the goals I've met, some I haven't. But you know what? I'm fine with that, because I've had so much going on. And this video is going up on, I think it's the 3rd today. So I'm going to try and get it up tonight, if not tomorrow, because our internet is crap. But, you know, I move this month. In fact, I move 2 weeks Tuesday, literally. So I've had a lot going on, and there's been a lot to sort out. There's been a lot to prepare. There's been a lot to organise. So you know what, kind of where I am, I'm okay with that. How it's going to pan out next month, I have no idea. We are buying an RV. I say we, my dad's coming out with me to help. So we're buying an RV. We're going to gut the RV. And we have to make it cat proof. So my cats are outdoor cats, and there is no way on God's green earth are my cats going to deal with being in like all the time. They're outdoor cats. But in the USA, unlike the UK, you've got a lot of predators. So you've got, you know, eagles and massive birds and coyotes, and they're just animals that we just don't have here, which is probably the reason why most people's cats are indoor outdoors cats in the UK. We have foxes, but, you know, my cats can give a fox a good run for its money, put it that way. And to be honest, they don't really even bother each other. But coyotes are a different kettle of fish completely. So I'm going to have to cat-proof the RV. We're making a massive, massive outdoor catio for them. So they can go out, but they just can't go out. So that's one of the reasons why they're coming sort of 3 weeks after I land as well. So that I've got sort of time to do that. So I do plan on stitching next month, but my dad's going to be with me as well. So it's going to be really difficult to just say to dad, oh, by the way, I just need a couple of hours to, like, you know, stitch. However, what I would like to do is make evenings kind of like film night. You know, we cook dinner, we sort of sit down and chill to a movie or something. But in that movie time, I can still stitch because I love stitching and watching movies. So I'm hoping that I'll have some decent stitching next month. All of my stitching is being DHL'd over. So the lady that I bought my land from, she said that she's happy to retrieve it because at the moment I haven't got a mailbox, I haven't got an actual address where we are. So there's, you know, when DHL deliver it, they're like, don't know where they're supposed to be delivering it to, and I, you know, I haven't got a home. So she said that's fine, she'll take it in, but it means that all of my cross stitch is going to be with me. The only issue I've got is I've got a massive Omnic frame, and although it comes detached and, you know, you can undo it, it's like 110 centimetres in height, and that's just not going to fit in any box that I've got, and it also doesn't fit in any of the tubes that I've got either. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen with that. I think what I might have to do, and I've got a really nice piece on that at the moment as well, like my pink peonies. So I think what I'm going to have to do is fold up all of my really nice projects and then take them off Q-snaps, take them off frames, and then I'm just going to have to reframe them and re-Q-snap them and everything else, and then possibly buy another Omnic frame when I'm there. So yeah, but to be fair, I'm going to need another one anyway because I really, really, really want to start my stitching time, you know, the whole big one. But anyway, so that's kind of what's been going on this month. However, like I said, I have done some stitching. I actually ended up taking a day off work because 2 weeks ago, I was so tired, I just wasn't sleeping. In fact, the day that I took off, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a stitching day because I just need to kind of, you know, ground myself and just recharge my batteries and chill and bring my blood pressure down a bit. And the only way I can do that is stitch. So I've got 4 projects to show you. I know it's not massive, massive disappointment, but like I said, I am in the process of emigrating to a completely different country. So my first one that I'm going to show you is my bumblebee, and I think I said that I wanted to get to 50% on this one. In fact, I've just left my hang on one sec. Oh, it does help if I've got all the information with me. So I definitely got to 50%. I think I got to 50.2 or 50.3, and I did 365 stitches on this one. This is one that I bought from Etsy. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure it would be in my bought products. So if you want to know where I got it from, then that's fine. So this is the first one. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think I am actually going to frame it in one of these really beautiful circular frames, these hoops, because I just think that would look lovely on the wall. And I love bumblebees. So yeah, I've done quite a lot on this one. I think I said 365 stitches. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is where we are up to this month. So I've almost done the bottom half of the bumblebee. I've started sort of on the wings. I was looking at doing sort of colour completion, but there is so much in certain colours that I never really got around to it. I think I have completed a few colours, but I'm not there yet. However, when, you know, you've just seen it, I definitely have done a lot more in this area here. So that's fine. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. This is being done on 28 counts 2/2 if you are interested. So that is the first one. The second one I'm going to show you is Gobbler Farm, and this was one that was on my whip go, so I had to do 5 days, like a week on this, and for me a week is 5 days because I always leave the weekend for another project. Epically failed on this. I only managed 2 days. However, I did do 614 stitches. So on one day I did 402 and on another day I did 212. I think it's just, you know what, I aimed to do the 5 days, but sometimes I'd come back from work and I'd be so shattered that I just wasn't in the mindset for stitching. And for me, I've really got to be in the mood to stitch. And if I'm really tired, it's just like an anti stitch thing for me. I just can't handle it. So there's been a few days where I've been like, right, yeah, I'm gonna stitch on that today, and then I've got home and I've been absolutely knackered and I've made a cup of tea and then I've literally fallen asleep. There's been so many days in this month where I've been asleep at like 7 o'clock and then I've slept the whole way. Just can't cope. So this is where you saw it last month. And this is where we are now. So I have done quite a bit. I've done, like I said, 614 stitches. This has been done 1/1 on 20 count. And if I get it in, I mean, I know it looks like you can see through here. However, if you turn the light off, you know, this is being the light is being shone right onto the fabric, but if you turn the light off you wouldn't have that, and that's actually really, really good coverage. So 1/1 on 20 count, and I absolutely love the coverage of this. So I am definitely hoping to get a bit more of that done. But yeah, so a bit disappointed that I didn't get my full 5 days, but you know, you can only do so much. And you know, a lot of it last well, we're in April now, so a lot of it in March was I'd get home and then there was stuff that I needed to sort out in the evening, you know, with the states and things, and sort out structural engineers and designs of things and speak to people. So I'd finish work and then I'd basically come back and do another day's work. So yeah, I haven't really had as much stitchy time as I'd really want to. And this third one that I've worked on is, have I just closed that now? This is again another, yeah, I'm sure this was, oh yeah, okay, so this was on my whip go for February. However, I didn't complete it, so I've done my whip go for February this month, and I have to say I did do 5 days on this because it was right at the beginning, and I carried out 5 days of this one. So this is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Donna Gelsinger is the artist. In fact, Donna Gelsinger is the artist of Gobbler Farm as well, and that is also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I didn't mention that. This is an enchanted snowman. I know it's a little bit out of season now, but it was on my whip go to spend 5 days. So I spent 5 days and I did 556 stitches. Now, when you think how many I did at Gobbler Farm, yes, I did 2 days, but I actually did more stitches in those 2 days. I did 614 stitches. So in essence, it doesn't really matter how long I spent on something. I've actually done better on Gobbler Farm than I have Enchanted Snowman. So this is what it looks like last month. Hang on. Problem with this, I've got so many park threads and I haven't got those bobbin things either. It's just all such a mess. Okay. Right. So this is where I am now. Let me see. Okay, so definitely filled in more of the black, filled in more of this area here. With this one, what I started doing was going from top to bottom on the key. So on the legend, on the right hand side of pattern keeper, because I use pattern keeper. This is being done on 1/1 again, on 20 count. I seem to love that for the bigger ones. And I use CXC thread, so I find it a bit thicker than the regular DMC. But yeah, so I'm just kind of filling in the blanks with this, and I have been just going from, you know, the top to the bottom. I think, you know, I don't think I'm even a quarter of the way. But on this one, I did, like I said, 556 stitches. So it's not too bad. You know, there's still more to come on that one. But I am starting to enjoy that one a lot more now. I think because it was so dark, and I really resonate with bright colours. I'm very much a bright person, and I don't really enjoy working on projects which are really, really dark and sort of, you know, mundane colours. So I was really finding that one quite difficult to, you know, to concentrate on. And, you know, I'd start stitching, and then 10 minutes later I'd lose interest, and then I'd go and do something else, like make a cup of tea, and then I'd come back and do like another 15 minutes, and then something would take my mind off it, and then, you know, I would procrastinate again. And I think it's just because it didn't actually like grip me. But I have to say that the work that I've done on it, I am really, really enjoying. So I hope to get some of that done in like the next month or two, because come Christmas time I want to have really sort of made, you know, some legway on that. But anyway, so I'm done that on 20 count 1/1. I think I said that. So yeah, so, and then the fourth one that I worked on, and this, I wasn't even going to work on this one, but you know what, I just fancied it. You know, sometimes something just, you know, jumps into your lap and you think, you know, instead of, I wasn't even going to work on another one. I think I had 3 that I was going to do because, you know, I had milestones to do. And I just thought, do you know what, I really fancy working on that one. And it's one that I've been working on at work, but honestly, every single lunchtime has been taken up with making calls, making arrangements, planning things, or speaking to people. So my lunch breaks haven't really been my lunch breaks. So the next one that I have worked on is Resistance is Futile, which is a long dog sampler. And I am really enjoying this. I mean, part and parcel of me enjoying it is the colour. So I'm doing this in colourway 917, which is a gorgeous fuchsia bright pink. And I'm just absolutely loving this. So the project is being done on 28 count 2/2, because I like big projects. So the reason I've done it 2/2 on 28s is because I want the finish to be a lot bigger rather than 1/1. So this is where you saw it last month. And this is where we are this month. So just sort of, I think I was about here, and I'm just carrying on. I've almost finished this band, and then I'll go on to the next one. I did 256 stitches, which isn't a huge amount, but you know, it's something. Every stitch is a stitch closer to finishing. And yeah, I am really enjoying this one. So that's exciting. And this is being done on opalescent fabric. So it's, what's it called? Sparkle Snow, I think. And I got that from Wool Warehouse in the UK. I don't know if they ship to America. I'm not too sure. But so going forwards, I want to say to you that I don't have any plans, because at the moment I don't know how stitching is going to coincide with life and what we're doing. I mean, Dad might want to eat out every night. I mean, I hope not, because I can't bloody afford it. But you know, I'm sure what's going to happen is we're going to have really, really busy days in the day. You know, we're either going to be sorting out the RV or sorting out the office or helping the builders, you know, with the sort of the erection of the barn. And then in the evening, we're going to have like maybe a barbecue, or, you know, we can make dinner together that we can sort of freeze and maybe have another day. And then in the evening, I'm hoping that we can just chill, just have some time, reflect on the day, and I can do some stitching. So I do know this though. I am 100% going to be doing some stitching on the plane. So my plan this month, at least, is, I mean, we've got an 8-hour, I think our flight is like 8 hours. So my plan is to do the smaller projects. So I'm going to take 3 projects, and they are going to be, what are they going to be? So I think I'm going to take this one. This is Josephine Wall, and it's a Heaven and Earth design, and it's absolutely stunning. This is kind of part of a bigger project that I really want to start. It's called a Quick Stitch Peacock Love, and that's a smaller design of Peacock Days, which you've seen umpteen times. So I'm definitely going to take that one on the plane, and I'm also going to make sure that my Q snaps are like the 11 by 11, so that I haven't got like a massive Q snap. We have got extra length leg room. I've paid for extra length leg room on the plane. However, you know, that doesn't mean like a room that way. So I so I'm going to do that one 100%. And also the other thing as well is it's a space in my hand luggage to be able to take everything. So that is the plan for that one. I am going to take Resistance is Futile because I only need 1 floss of yarn for that one. Again, I'm going to put this in a smaller, I'm actually going to take 1 Q snap, and I'm just going to move them between 1 Q snap. And I think I am going to work on Bumblebee. This one here, because it's, you know, it's small. Excuse the state of my threads, because they really need a sort out, but my threads, you know, are on I don't know what you'd call that, like a lever arch thing, I don't know. I did know, they're binder rings actually, I think, for lever arch files. But that is like the threads for my Bumblebee. So, you know, popping them in my hand luggage will be really, really easy. What I do need to do though is sort out a pair of scissors, like a tiny, tiny one. I might have to raid my Crochet Society boxes, because I'm sure in one of them I got some like scissors that you kind of open up. They don't look like scissors. However, I'm sure they will, I'm sure they'll be passable on a plane, because I don't think security even will know what it is, because they don't even look like scissors. They kind of like close up into something and actually open up into scissors. But I mean, I'm talking like the scissors being minute. I mean, they're tiny. And I know that you can take certain length scissors, can't you? So that, as it stands, is the plan for next month. Now, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I didn't know how I'd feel being here, you know, this month, because when I did this video last month, I was like, oh my God, like literally next month, when I start doing my video, I'll have like 2 weeks until I fly. And am I going to get everything sorted out? And my horse still hasn't got a flight date. She still isn't booked on a plane. So she's going to be basically in livery until, you know, the company that are taking her give me an actual flight date. My cats are kind of sorted. Apparently the flight date doesn't come into effect until 2 weeks before the rough time that you want them to go. But the plan with the horse is that she's going to come out after I arrive. She's going to be flown to, well, she's got to go from where we are to Newmarket. And then Newmarket are going to do the blood test, because she's got to be tested for contagious equine metritis and 2 other things. I'm not really too sure what that is. And so she's going to be then taken from Newmarket and flown from Stansted Airport, which is only about an hour away from Newmarket. She's going to be flown from Stansted to Indianapolis. And then at Indianapolis, she's going to do 3 days CEM and customs clearance and everything. They have to do the blood test that they did back in the UK to doubly make sure that she isn't positive for any of the things that they're testing her for. And then she goes from Indianapolis down to Kentucky. Now, I don't know how long that will take, because I literally have no idea about distances in America. They look quite close, but they're like 12 hours, you know, distance when you actually look at what they are. And I actually thought Kentucky was about 2 or 3 hours from Atlanta, and then I was very quickly corrected that it was more like 8 hours. So, but anyway, then she's going from Kentucky. She's doing a 17-day quarantine in Kentucky. And then she's coming down to us, and she's staying at the barn, the lady that I bought my land from. So she's got her own barn, she's got mares, and I'm just going to build an arena on my land. And when we get the bigger arena, we're just going to extend it. So I'll have somewhere to train her. But yeah, like I said, I don't want her to go until, you know, I'm over there. But you know, it is a stress, the fact that I am literally leaving the UK. And not my cats nor my horse have actually got a flight out of the UK yet. I mean, it is quite stressful. And also, oh my God, like I need a second mortgage to fly my horse. So I had a budget of like 13 grand. I mean, it's at 14.7 so far. But we're just waiting for some other companies to get together with my company that we're flying, because they need more than 6 horses to make it viable. So, you know, as soon as they've got a list of horses that are flying, then, you know, great. But that's kind of where we are really at the moment. And I'm excited that the next time I speak to you, I don't even know where I'll be. I'll be like, obviously I'll be in you know, the US on my land, but I don't know what my RV will look like. I don't know how nice it will look like. The great thing is we've just had a $4,000 check from the bank. It's a like a dividend check, so you know that will sort the RV out, okay, you know. So I'm really hoping that, I think everything will be fine. But you know, I'm excited to show you around. And what I will say is, I know this has been a bit sort of stitching and kind of life, because I've got a lot going on at the moment, and it's justification of why I haven't done so much stitching. However, this isn't going to be like this all the time. When I'm in the States, I am going to keep my stitching videos to stitching. So don't worry about that. I don't want you thinking, oh, I'm going to be doing vlogs and this, that and the other. What I am going to do though is I have set up another YouTube channel called HV Equine. So it's H dot V, I think there's a dot, and then Equine, EQUINE. And I will be vlogging there. So I will be showing everything going up. You know, day in the life, sort of vlogging what we're doing, you know, how we're doing it, what we're getting, like project wise. And I'm going to very much use that YouTube channel to vlog everything. So you're not going to get bored listening to me going, oh, we put the barn up today and this is what it looks like, and oh, we did this today. So yeah, don't worry about that. If you want to have a look, subscribe to that, great. If you're not interested, great. You know, not everyone is interested in other people's lives. So with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here. I know this is really, really short and sweet, but I just didn't have many projects to show you. In fact, I've done one more than I would have done ordinarily. But you know what? The progress that I've done on my project so far, I'm okay with that. It's been, like I said, it's been a really, 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 really busy month. So without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you next month stateside. See you later, guys. Bye.